morning, Lagos. It's a bright Sunday morning. And it's your most anticipating with Sheikh Dawood Adelakun. Lights Radio on Twitter, the Lights Radio on Instagram, Lights_radio. You can listen to us on Radio Garden as well as via our official mobile number 08097384000, 08097384000, or 08097324000, 08097.
Assalamu wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. It's a pleasure having you all this morning again. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. We thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We glorify Allah, that's what I've been praised. To them all Muslim in the world, today is a special day. Yesterday was a special day. It's a day, it was a first day in the year 1444. The first day calculated by the lunar months, which is the Hijri year 1444. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. A lot of people wish to be alive today. All that he has bestowed upon us, we use it to thank him alone. And being that as it may, brothers and sisters, that is one of the reasons why we discuss our home, our marriage. It's one of the blessings which you use it to appreciate him, you use it to adore him, you use it to worship him. How do you use to worship him? You use it your marriage to worship Allah by acting within subhanahu wa ta'ala. When you do this within his doctrine, you are thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he has said, La in shakaritum la azidannakum. If you can but thank me, I will. By sinning against me, by crossing the boundaries, surely my punishment is increased, very, very severe. We ask Allah, it's not been fidel his family, it's not been trustworthy, it's not been fulfilling the pledge of marriage which has taken between himself. Since there's injustice here, when for any reasons there's infidelity here, you are actually sinning against Allah. It becomes lack of appreciation of Allah.
1444 AH. May Almighty Allah reunite all breaking homes.
Ameen, ameen, ameen.
Now, for the past few weeks, we've been discussing about infidelity in marriage.
Yes, unfortunately, Mr. Brother Loco has not been around for one reason or the other. All the same, we ask Allah to bless him and to keep his home safe too. You see, it is. We have discussed the type of infidelity. We have looked at the emotional one. We have looked at the physical one. Last week, we discussed the signs, the signals that this infidelity is already in his home. Among them is the feeling when you are no more comfortable with your partner, but comfortable with somebody else, talking with him. We have the factors that can cause it. We discuss all that. But then, we now say as Islam, Muslim, most of your assumption could be sin. So therefore, you don't, what are the assessor? And don't suspect, you don't suspect your partner. Oh, I suspect you are infidel. I suspect you are. However, you can have some inclination. You can have some feelings. When you have this feeling, what do? You establish the fact. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I want to remember the ayah where Allah was telling us about it. So when you see that's لا تظنن بعد الظن إثم ولا تجاسسوا إن جاءكم فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا. That's it. You see, Allah says, إن جاءكم فاسق بنبأ فتبينوا. If this informants could not only be human being, it could be your phone, it could be your social media, it could be an information you get somewhere else, not physically, not only necessarily somebody coming physically tell you, oh, I saw your wife doing this. I don't have to act on that. You have to establish the fact that truly, oh, my partner has been cheating on me. My partner is infidel. Because infidel is nothing but cheating. It's nothing but what? Cheating. It's no more there and it's not giving it to somebody else. You want to share your personal opinion about things. You want to share your privacy about things. You will start sharing with somebody else beside your partner. Infidelity is setting in. And the ultimate is having a physical... Who? For your spouse. So when so anybody can now come and say, okay, this couple is just too busy, they're just too happy, all the time they are laughing, all the time they feel they are the best in the world. Let us create a problem for them. My partner is cheating on me. My husband is cheating on me. My wife's cheating on me. I've caught him red-handed. or I've seen enough reasons to say that it's really cheating. What do? This is the issues now. And that's the most difficult part of it. That one is easier. Emotional infidelity means what you just, it means the mind is always going to somebody, relating with somebody personally, with person, not necessarily having a physical, not there's no yet sexual, there's no themselves, and you notice all this. That one, what do? You need to check yourself. Am I emotionally available? Like we have said last week, some of the causes that most of the time the fault can be from the partner. When you fail to discharge your own responsibility. So when you leave your partner without being available to share his view with him, to ask him what's happening, how do you feel, studying his own mood, his emotion, when it comes from work, you're not there, and he has something that's bothering him, definitely has to share this with somebody. Most of the time, this thing starts out of just saying that, okay, I'm just trying to help him out. He doesn't have work. I'm trying to help him. She's a young woman. I want to help her to get a job. I want to help her to start business. If care is not taken, so those ones are there. So what you do is to cut the link. If it is workplace that you work together and you sit together, perhaps you seek a transfer from even yourself before your partner. Sometimes you need to yourself, am I being emotionally attached to this person? Is this person not getting too far? When you discover yourself that, oh, what I'm working it in for you, what I'm working it for my lower no, what I came with my bass or Lujuma. To or bash to batty feel loba you, teacher to batty pelujuma. Are you tibale? Take a bash, let's see, Olabicani, Bolode, and Mewa, only Quilati, Biola, only Quile Mewa. Could I find a job by Magic Pop? Kilomachele. So àwọn eléyìí tó bá ti bó ti ń rí bẹ́ẹ̀ tó pé individual gan ló mọ̀ pé ó ti ń ṣe báyìí fún owó fúnra rẹ̀ kíni kó fàṣẹ.
wọ́n ní ṣe ọkọ àbíyàwó ṣé wọ́n lè ní bestie ẹ mọ̀ obìnrin tó ní bestie ọkùnrin wọ́n lè tijọ́ wà kó tó di pé ó marry.
side chick ni àbí.
ọ̀rẹ́ kò ń ṣe side chick but ọ̀rẹ́ ayò ẹni tó lè
fọ̀rọ̀ lọ tí nǹkan bá tó lè confide in him tó ó ṣe tí èèyàn bá ti fẹ́ yàwó láti ọ̀pọ̀ dàpọ̀ tí èèyàn bá ti ní ọkọ àbá ti níyàwó gbogbo ohun tó wà àmọ́ kò gbọdọ̀ jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ ayò wípé gbogbo nǹkan tó ń ṣe mí kí n máa fi lọ ohun tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ nínú ilé mi kí n máa sọ fún tó ń ṣe láàrin mi àtọkọ mi kí n máa sọ fún kó jẹ́ pé òun lè máa ṣe tó bá ti di bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ó ti Islam ò fọwọ́ sí ìyẹn láti máa ṣe ẹni tí Islam fọwọ́ sí kó máa ṣe ni wọ́n ní pé ọkọ rẹ àbí ìyàwó rẹ. tí wàhálà bá ṣẹ láàrin ìwà àtọkọ àbí ìyàwó ẹ tí nǹkan bá ń dààmú ẹ jù wàá fẹ́ nìkan tó bá yẹ kí ni tí mo lè fọ̀rọ̀ lọ abẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ sí dẹ̀ ni kì í ṣe obìnrin kì í ṣe ọkùnrin kì í ṣe ọkùnrin ẹgbẹ́ obìnrin ní àbọ̀kùnrin ni kí ló máa ṣẹlẹ̀ tó bá fọwọ́ lé léjìká pé má bínú má sunkún mọ́ ní sùúrù pé ìyẹn ò kí ń ní bẹ̀sì ìyẹn ò ìrò tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ máa ń rò pé nàpẹ́ after all just a friend lóòótọ́ ẹ̀rọ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àmọ́ ìṣù ajẹ́ kó ṣe kí ni ajẹ́ kó di bẹ́ẹ̀ àdébísọ pé nàpẹ́ ọkùnrin àti obìnrin gbọ́dọ̀ wà ní ọkọ tá bá ti níyàwó ó yẹ kó dínkù ó yẹ ká fi ààlà sí ló lè báyọ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ bí ayé ṣe wà ń sìn ó lè lọ iṣẹ́ dẹ́pẹ́jọ́ iṣẹ́ pọ̀ ni àmọ́ ẹ láti fi ààlà sí ìyẹn ṣe pàtàkì. Close to a person, definitely there's emotional attachment. So what do? You distance it. You cut down the number of times you call yourselves. You cut down the number of times you see yourself. So that is handling it when you discover there's emotional infidelity between you. Or what do we call her? The one we call not be bestie. You can't call her bestie now, but you don't call her one time before. If now look at here, go tell me I say. No. So if you call them, you don't call extracurricular activity. Make you they cut down the number of times they call yourself. Make you they cut down the time you see yourself. Make you they cut down the kind of thing with the share that kind of person. Because if you cut them down, the thing continue. You meet your partner. You go to feel say make this person be my husband. Maybe this person be my wife. If my wife be what's for better now, this one better pass my wife. Don't act like useless woman my wife I get for house. This one better. So gradually it dey cause them. So that Robert ribai we do. So to buy even now physical infidelity now, you now discover that your wife or your husband is having you in your renew. Only àwọn ètò tí o máa tó. Àkọ́kọ́ láti mọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run ti sọ fún wa ní Quran pé zina yìí a ò gbọ́dọ̀ súnmọ́ tó lóun ló ń jẹ́ zina. A dẹ̀ mọ̀ ìdájọ́ ẹ̀ nínú ẹ̀sìn Islam. Lóòótọ́ àti ẹ̀sìn ní ìlú Islam bí bọ́tẹ́ tó bá nílùú Islam tó mọ̀ pé ìdájọ́ oníkan sọ lóko tó fi kú ìdájọ́ zina nínú ṣẹ̀ríà nìyẹn bó tilẹ̀ jẹ́ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìlú Islam kò sí lábẹ́ Islam tá a sí yẹn so kò dẹ̀ sí yẹn tó pọ̀ láyé sí àmọ́ ká tó sọ pé kí ní ìṣe zina à ń láti rí nǹkan mẹ́ta ló lè pípẹ́ ẹni yìí o pẹ̀lú ẹlẹ́rìí mẹ́rin ẹni yìí o àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin wọn ká ọmọdé ara wọn pẹ̀lú ẹlẹ́rìí mẹ́rin ẹbẹ́ kọ́ abẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ so tá a bá kárí lẹ́mẹ̀rẹ́ tó lè ti ṣe zina ni aka ọmọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ìkíní rí ó tún pè kejì ó tún bá ń bẹ̀ ìkẹta ó bá ń bẹ̀ kẹ́ni ó bá ń bẹ̀ nǹkan kan wà ní ọ̀pá tìró wà ní ihò tìró kì í ṣe pé bóyá ọkọ̀ sùn léra wọn kódà wọ́n tẹ̀lé sùn lárúkọ bá ṣe yẹn kan
lásìkò tó pa tìró ń
wà nù tìró kódà ó wà ń hò títò pé àmọ́ bá ní ihò nígbà tó bá ń hò tó rí inú ẹ̀ tó bá
àwọn mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin sì gbọ́dọ̀ bá pa tìró
nínú tìró so it's difficult so and this act we got it had to be witnessed by 4 people. And this 4 people catching them does not mean just cut them, seeing them alone. He must ensure that, yes, both of them are inside each other's ability. Except in the very few cases. That even some people say we have to have a video recording of them. We now give it to them. Say physical catching. So because video can be cooked, they can deny that it's been cooked. So second reason for determining zina is if maybe a husband has traveled for over 4 months or 5 months, and the woman now become pregnant, we start pregnant for 2 months or 3 months, and I will say, okay, even if the husband has been traveling for 3 months, we cannot then discover that this woman is pregnant. That one is a proof that, okay, this is adultery. And that we have in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When a woman, my stomach, have a baby. The third one is confession. Either of the parties now confess that I have committed adultery with this person, or he has committed adultery with me. So if either of the 3 parties, either of the other ones are still suspicions. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi yá bí oyè yín. Láì jẹ́ pé arí mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta yìí pé ọkùnrin àti obìnrin aká ọmúrí ara wọn o. Tààrẹ lẹ́rẹ̀ ìmẹ́rin ká ọmúrí ara wọn o. Ẹ̀kíní. Ẹ̀kẹ́ àwọn méjèèjì àbí kan nu wọn jẹ́wọ́ pé lágbájá báyìí o mo bá lájọṣepọ̀ tàbí lè báyìí ó bá mi lájọṣepọ̀. Àwọn méjèèjì láti gbà kí pé ẹnìkan purọ́ mẹ́nìkan. Tọ́lá lómi lè fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ níbi jẹ́. Gbà mí ọkùnrin mi kọ́ jẹ́ pé ọkọ ẹ wó ni. Ẹ má dọ̀kọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ pé ẹ ti pàdé. Obìnrin mi lè fẹ́ fi bà ọkùnrin mi jẹ́. Ọkùnrin lè fẹ́ fi bà obìnrin mi jẹ́. So in other words, ẹnìkan ìsọ̀rọ̀ ẹnìkan tá a bá ti rí eléyìí kò tí ì sí pé definitely àwọn méjèèjì wọ́n ń ṣe kí ni wọ́n bára wọn ní àjọṣepọ̀. Àmọ́ wọ́n lè máa sọ pé wọ́n ní emotional infidelity. Àmọ́ physical wà ní ìyàwó ló discover ni o. Ohun tó ṣòro púpọ̀ láti ṣe ni.
Ẹnìkan fi béèrè ṣọwọ́ níbí yà.
Naam.
Wọ́n ní tó bá jẹ́ pé nǹkan báyìí ṣẹlẹ̀ obìnrin bóyá ó lọ ní nǹkan pọ̀ pẹ̀lú ọkùnrin ní látàrí wípé ọkọ tó gbé sílé kò ṣojúṣe rẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí pé òun àtẹnìkan ṣáà
kọlura wọn
ọkọ ló dẹ̀ fà á tí ò fún ṣojúṣe rẹ̀.
ṣé obìnrin yẹn jẹ̀bi?
obìnrin yẹn ló wá jẹ̀bi báyìí àbí.
obìnrin yẹn náà jẹ̀bi ó jẹ̀bi torí pé ó ní option fẹ́ kúkú ń bẹ̀. àmọ́ ìsọ pé torí pé nísìnyí pé èèyàn jalè èèyàn sì ẹ̀ka ìyọ̀mọ́ ibi òjò wọn pé ẹ̀bá ń bí báyìí tó ti ń jó wá ní pé torí pé bí n pa mo ṣe lọ jì kó wá lọ ṣẹ̀ kó wá máa justify ìṣẹ̀ náà. So kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ fóbìnrin láti ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀. Obìnrin ní ẹ̀ tó fi jẹ́ pé dàpé ní Islam à ń bọ̀ ń bẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ iwájú nípa tọ́lák. Obìnrin lè kúrò ọkùnrin lè kúrò lóòótọ́ ọkùnrin wọ́n ń ta àmọ́ tó bá tì wọ́n síbẹ̀ à ń bọ̀ níbi tá a bá wà mọ̀ wípé nàpọ̀ ó ṣàgbèrè. tó yẹ pé ọkùnrin wa mọ̀ kí ìyàwó òun ṣàgbèrè ní sòun ti ka mọ́. Kí lọ́kọ fẹ́ ṣe lórí ẹ̀? Step wo ló fẹ́ take láti gbàmọ́ra ìyàwó mi ṣàgbèrè o ọkọ mi ṣàgbèrè o tó dúró láti gbàmọ́ra ni. But àkọ́kọ́ tí ẹ̀ máa kọ́ ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bá a ṣe treat njọ́ sí àti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa bá a máa fẹ́ yí ara ẹ̀ máa gbọ̀n kí ló ṣe yẹn kí lè léyìí kí ló wà láì àkọ́kọ́ mu irú yẹn kí ló kọ́kọ́ calm down má ti sọ̀rọ̀ má ti ṣe nǹkan kan torí pé nǹkan tó bá dẹ̀ máa wá mọ́tò lọ bó kí ni ó lè lọ fi mọ́tò lọ accident kò ṣe rẹ̀ léṣe.
me that point of anger are not always the best decision.
So tí ẹ bá ti ń bí lọ́wọ́ at the point of anger you don't take a decision. The messenger of Allah have taught make a decision. And when you are too happy, don't make a promise. Because most of the time, you are going to regret this situation you have done. So when you discovered that your partner has, it is difficult, but that's the most important because that step, first action, is going to determine a lot of things that's going to happen later. If you act rashly, you are, and that may have a, evil, what do you call it, consequences. So the first thing na ni pé kò bẹ̀lẹ̀ àmì rajim kí ẹ kọ́ ní sùúrù kó wá tọrọ ìdáná ọlọ́run fi mí mọ̀nà ó ṣòro bàtà bí ní asọ́bùr ìndá sọ́dẹ̀mọ́tẹ̀lẹ̀ òòlà ṣùkú àná wà ní pé ní sùúrù ọlọ́run ló mú wá kíni ṣọ́bọ̀ tẹ kú ni ó mọ̀ kíni ó bẹ̀ sí pariwo ó wà dàbí wá kúrò ní ẹ̀fílẹ̀ nígbà tó wá sọ pé ó mẹ́tò bẹ̀ sọ ànábì ni ó wà lọ bá ànábì pé ilẹ̀ bá kọ́kọ́ ṣẹlẹ̀.
Sheikh, before we go on, let's have a short break, sir.
وبمحمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Seeking his pleasure, we pray that he will fill your life with happiness and blessings, and grant you get to make your own voice. Let's all say, بارك الله لكما وبارك عليكما وجمع بينكما في خير. بارك الله لكم ولنا، بارك الله لكم ولنا على رسول الله.
Now, welcome back to Your Marriage with Sheikh Dawood Adelakun. If you are just joining us, you can be part of this live show via our _radio. You can as well listen to us on Radio Garden, Lights Radio, or download our app on Play Store, Lights Radio. You can also call us on 0809700. The topic we are discussing is infidelity in marriage.
Alhamdulillah, we thank Allah again for the benefits that's granted us. We have discussed that you have caught your part. The first thing is you keep your calm. Control yourself. Take care of yourself first. Because you are the one in the mess now. What of you? So self-care is the first important thing. Don't take a rash decision. Control your emotion. If possible, secondly after that, if you are in this, a time for yourself to fathom the old situation, to imagine what could have happened. What am I going to do? You have to decide. Get why did you do what you have done? What are the reasons for what you have done? Let him or her explain why. But this explanation, when you're doing, don't ask with rage. Don't ask with anger. After that, now, you seek a counsel, advice on what to do. This advice you are going to do, you're going to seek from an experienced person, not from your friend. The mistake people do, sometimes go and call my friend. Look, once you start talking to people, what are you do? You are already broadcasting evil. You are already exposing yourself. Because when you expose your partner, you don't think you are exposing your partner. Kilo una. Ọkọ wèrè ni.
Ọkọ wèrè ni.
Àbí ìyàwó ẹ̀ wèrè. Ọkọ kíni ẹ?
Ọkọ wèrè.
Ìyàwó asínwín. Ọkọ kíni ẹ?
Ọkọ asínwín.
Ìyàwó oníṣìnà. Ọkọ kíni?
Ọkọ oníṣìnà.
Because you are the husband. She's your wife. But ọkọ mi yẹn oníṣìnà paraku ayé ni. You are Yaramota. So they call you by her. You are called by her, by him. So if you now say even negative things about your partner to other people, then what are you do? You are not only ìwọ ló pè léyìn yẹn tó gé tó fẹ́, so ìwọ gan ló ń kàbọ̀ kékeré ojú ẹ̀ fọ́ kó tó fẹ́ léyìn ni, orí ẹ̀ dàrú kó tó fẹ́ léyìn ni, orí ẹ̀ ò pé ni. So that is why you have to keep the honor of your wife. So advise you properly. It's only those that are experienced. It's only those that can think of the consequences of the action you want to take. Are you clear with me?
Yes, sir.
So you do that one. The mistake of saying, okay, who is the person? Don't go and meet the other party. You are not concerned with the other party whom your wife is involved with or your husband is involved with. Because your husband, actually too solo. You don't have business with him. It's your wife that's too solo. So you don't go to him and start fighting with the man that committed adultery with your wife. You don't fight with the woman, the one that committed adultery with the psychiatric hospital. There are so many people there. Go to the Kirikiri. I go there to do lectures and talk to people. You see young women who has acted out of rage, overreact because of being in jail. Some of them for their careers. Some of them have been in depression because they have overreacted. They have not done the right thing. So the most important thing is a very, very bad situation. But remember, at the end, you are the one to suffer for it. You suffer most for it. So you have to control your emotion at that time. You have to control yourself at that time. You have to be the peak at the peak of your wits at that time. You need to consult those who can advise you. Kì í ṣe wékìní kó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí bàjà wá pé àti kọ́kọ́ sọ pé kọ́kọ́ dí sùúrù àti kọ́kọ́ kúrò fún láyè kọ́kọ́ lọ ronú kó ń bẹ̀ má bínú wa mọ́tò má sọ pé mo fẹ́ ṣe nǹkan báyìí nígbà tó bá jẹ́ pé ò ń bínú lọ́wọ́ má sì dájọ́ tó bá ń bínú lọ́wọ́ bákan náà má ṣe ìlérí tí inú ẹ̀ bá ń dùn jù so àsìkò yẹn calm down a ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìbínú bó ṣe máa ń dùn lẹ̀ tó bá ṣe àwọn eléyìí tán fi ọ̀rọ̀ lọ ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ọlọ́gbọ́n olóye má fọ̀rọ̀ lọ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ o má fọ̀rọ̀ lọ àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ o àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni jẹ́ ń pé ó fi wò ó má pè bàbá ẹ̀ má pè màmá ẹ̀ ń gbà yẹn o màmá mi lọ́wọ́ nǹkan tó yẹ ọkọ mi ṣe màmá mi lọ́wọ́ nǹkan tó yẹ ìyàwó mi ṣe tó bá fi lọ wọ́n àwọn máa tó bá ṣọ́ra wọ́n máa ní kó o kọ́ ni wọ́n máa sọ ohun tó máa da wàhálà rú ni wọn ò ní irun tó fẹ́ tẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ wá a máa kọ́ra o tó ti ro wájú tó bá ti rẹ̀yìn ló máa ń decide pé a fẹ́ kọ́ra wa dàbí àkọ́ra wa ṣé wọn bára wa lọ ṣáà ní bára wa lọ nígbà tó bá lọ jókòó yẹn wọ́n wá ronú sí pé báwo ni mo ṣe fẹ́ ṣe.
Sheikh, we have who are in current relationship yet they are in isolation because there is vacuum in their affairs. So what are various ways to block these perceived vacuums?
Alhamdulillah, these are the things we have discussed are the causes of infidelity. If you leave a floor, even the apple flowers, without doing something will grow there. So the same thing when you leave your partner without being addressed, without being talking to, without meeting his or her emotional needs, there's bound to be somebody else to discuss. We are going to discuss that one on how to handle the situation when the infidelity comes in. One of the things I have said that before you decide now, after having thought, you're going to think, okay, who is the cause? You're going to even look at where have I gone wrong? Am I a factor? Do you have enough time? That's why I say you must communicate now. Let her explain what happened. Let her explain what led her into it. Let him explain what led him to it. Most likely, is it your fault? Is that not a question?
No.
Say, that's what I'm saying. Sometimes we want to look at it. Even though that's not the right decision to take. But then, it could be a factor to reason why there's infidelity, emotional infidelity. When the partner is not available to be there for the partner, somebody, to advise him at the particular time. You are the best one to advise. And if you don't know what you do, you go and ask for those who can advise. So when that happens now, you do. So after, now going back to what we are discussing now, after you have not, you now sat down and discuss. Communication is very vital. You must, what has happened? Tell me sincerely. I'm your husband. You are my wife. Don't hide anything from me. What happened? What led to it? To me, I told you, don't start accusation now. Don't say, but I told you this is going to happen. It has happened now. Should you a teacher? Don't say that. Just assume you don't even know something that's happening before. Let him explain why it has happened. So in that one, Fatom. tó láti rí bí kọ́ kárí àwọ̀ ẹ̀ pé ìyàwó kan lè sọ fọ́kọ àbí kí ló wá mọ̀ ṣe kí ló fi ṣe tó fà á ó bá kọ́ oníkọ̀ kí ló fà á tó bá jẹ́ wípé ẹ̀ẹ̀kan náà ni wọ́n ṣe ó máa ń gbọ́rọ̀ ó máa ń ṣe dáadáa ó máa ń ṣojúṣe ẹ̀ ó ń tọ́jú ó ń ṣe gbogbo tó yẹ kó ṣe àmọ́ one way or the other àkọ́kọ́ lọ ṣẹlẹ̀ bí i mistake ni wọ́n lọ kára wọn mọ́ ni ó sì ń bẹ̀ ni wọ́n wá lọ fall into it ṣé o lè foríjì but o gbọ́dọ̀ resort into pé kí ni o wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi ìyà jẹ o wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lù àbí dẹrù ẹ̀ síta Islam ò ní ká dẹrù ibi tó bá tẹ̀ fẹ́ mọ́ Islam ò ní ká dẹrù pé o ti ṣe o mo wá rí i pé o ti ṣe tán mo fẹ́ akájọ jẹ́ ká foríjì ra wa ká máa bára wa lọ kí làwọn ọ̀là tó máa lò o kàn déédéé gorí ẹjọ́ kejì Islam ní pé o gbọ́dọ̀ gorí ẹ̀.
tí yóò fi ní tún ṣẹlẹ̀.
tó bá ti jẹ́ pé àti pé o tẹ̀sọ́ pé nísìnyí ẹ̀ tẹ̀sọ́ pé ẹ̀yẹn ẹ kọ́kọ́ lè ṣàyẹ̀wò ṣé nǹkan ò ṣe kò lárùn lára ẹ̀ ló àlò condom wẹ́dà ẹ̀ lo ẹ̀rù tó nǹkan ẹ̀ lò ẹ̀ kọ́ lọ ṣe test kẹ́ mọ̀ pé kí ni. májọkùnrin náà kó dàbọ̀ ọkùnrin náà ni ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ilé máa ń dá wàhálà sílẹ̀ amárọ́kùnrin míì tó bá jẹ́ pé náà wàá lọ ṣe torí ẹni tó lọ kó bá tó wà ó lè fi tiẹ̀ kó bá ẹni tó wà ń lé. so àwọn eléyìí ìlànà tí yẹn máa tẹ̀lé tó bá yẹ kéde tó bá dẹ̀ ṣe tó bá yẹ pé ẹ̀dẹ̀ fẹ́ra yín náà mọ́ ni tó after 3 months ẹ̀fọn ẹ̀ dà ẹni súnmọ́ra yín tó bá dẹ̀ fọ́n protected náà ọ̀nà ṣe àti ṣe pregnant pé kò sí pé lóyún kí pé bí kíni àwa wá da ànábì ni má da àtọ̀ tiẹ̀ sórí kíni sórí oko olóko má fún oko olóko so àwọn eléyìí ó ṣe pàtàkì. àtọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ yìí gbà mí ẹ̀ lè bá kánsẹ́lọ̀ ẹ̀ lè bá àgbàlagbà tó ní làákàyè kì í ṣe àgbàlagbà o àgbàlagbà míì wà ó dàgbà ni kò lọ́gbọ́n o àgbàlagbà míì wà ó lé gan ọtí òtò so aláti lọ bẹ tó ní làákàyè tó lè fún wa ní ìmọ̀ràn ìgbà míì wà á lè fún ní ìmọ̀ràn àmọ́ kìí ṣe tó fi ṣeré tó kọ ìyàwó kìíní kẹjì kẹrin irú ẹ̀ lè máa lè fò yàn rí sí nǹkan tó dà mọ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó pé sincere ló di divorce rí ó wá mọ implication divorce tó ṣe yẹn irú àwọn ẹ̀bẹ̀ yẹn máa fi lọ rọ́bà ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí ọkùnrin lè ṣe mistake obìnrin lè ṣe mistake ó lè má jẹ́ intentional láti ṣe ló fi jẹ́ pé kó tó di pé ìwọ̀n bẹ́ẹ̀ ọmọ yìí dẹ̀ ṣe báyìí nígbà tí mi ò níṣẹ́ ó dúró tì mí nígbà tí mo fẹ́ gbalé òun ló bàbá ìlú fún wa ló ta fi gbalé nígbà tí mo wá pòṣọ báyìí òun ló ṣe báyìí fún mi bàtí mo wá pòṣọ báyìí òun ló ṣe báyìí fún mi bàtàrà mi ò yá ó ṣe báyìí fún mi àwọn nǹkan yẹn ló mọ wá rò.
Tajudeen Shakiru, hope everything is going fine. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh from Marufa Titilope. And someone sent the message, said, for example, so at the scene, they had intercourse.
That's a rape now.
With the wife.
Mm-hmm.
So, lẹ́yìn ìgbà tán ti bá láṣepọ̀. So, ó wá padà ṣẹlẹ̀ pé obìnrin yẹn máa ń ronú sí àjọṣepọ̀ yẹn bíi kóhun tún máa ṣe pé nǹkan yẹn ò dùn mọ́nú ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ pẹ̀pẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n lẹ́yìn tó padà ṣe tán so later ó máa ń rántí
àjọṣepọ̀ àti tá bá discuss àbáṣepọ̀ láàrin ọkùnrin àti obìnrin mi wà jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà violent in nature tó ẹ̀ irú yẹn àti kéèsì rẹ̀ pọ̀ táyà ti treat tó yẹ pé náà pé obìnrin pé kò sí problem kí ló máa ń fa problem tó ń kọ́ ni pé tó bá ṣe ń fọ ọ́ra wọn lára yẹn ó máa ń rìn wọn lára ó kàn máa ń rìn lára ni kò tẹ gbàdégbà tí òun jẹ kó gbádùn ẹ so tó wáá kéwòn ẹ̀rọ obìnrin yẹn tó bá jẹ́ pé tó ẹ̀ bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sóbìnrin tó bá rèpò obìnrin àbí kìíní kan ó yẹ kó lọ fún ó lè gbé kúrò ní agbárí ẹ̀ ó máa ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sọ́mọ míì kékeré náà ti rèpò àbí kìíní kan tó máa fi dàgbà ó lè hate ọkùnrin torí yẹn ẹlòmíì torí fọ́ọ̀sì yẹn ló fi bẹ̀rẹ̀ fọ́ọ̀sì yẹn ló máa like àìsàn ni àrùn ni ó yẹ kó lọ fún therapy kó rí psychologist kó rí àwọn sex therapist wọ́n máa cancel lọ́dẹ̀ máa fún ní àwọn nǹkan tó máa lò tó yẹ pé náà pé á jẹ́ kí ara ẹ̀ wálẹ̀ kó wà normal like normal human being kì í ṣe violence náà fi ń bára wọn sùn àfi kó ṣáà fẹ́ ya iṣẹ́ kó fẹ́ ya pátá kó fẹ́ ya gbogbo ẹ̀ ìyẹn tó bá ti ya báyìí kò mọ bó ṣe ń jiyàn pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́ ọkùnrin mi wà bẹ́ẹ̀ so ó ní treatment láti ṣe so bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá jẹ́ wípé wọ́n rape obìnrin ni kò sí fault ọkọ ń bẹ̀ kò dẹ̀ sí fault kí ni obìnrin àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé obìnrin yẹn rìn ní gbèrègbèrè ẹ̀ bí obìnrin náà ń lọ níbi tó pé aṣọ lẹ́nu ó láwọ̀ ṣòkòtò ó tó dẹ̀ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ọkọ wa bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi yẹn sọ pé ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí fi yẹn hate ìyàwó ẹ̀ ó yẹ kó o ṣàánú ìyàwó yẹn ni ó náà ti gbára lẹ̀ fún wọn ṣé ó fẹ́ kọ́ pa ni so gbórúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ láti jẹ́ pé ó mọ̀ lọ ṣe ó yàtọ̀ sí pé wọ́n impunize ẹ̀ pa ọ̀tọ̀ ní kó tún hypnotize rẹ̀ pé wọ́n lo nǹkan fún wọ́n sàṣì ọ̀tọ̀ la sàṣì ọ̀tọ̀ ní hypnotism pé wọ́n ṣe infidelity lè máa pè yẹn but fault yẹn a máa kọ́kọ́ wò lọ pé ṣọ́kọ́ tó fàyè gan sílẹ̀ fún rẹ̀ láti máa ṣẹlẹ̀ bẹ̀tí tá à ń pè ní pé tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ìpè pé ó wọ́n mọ̀ gbà fúnra wọn.
This episode a question was sent here is it allowed for a couple to watch let me play this thing so that you can watch and we learn from there.
Ordinarily, such things are not supposed to be encouraged because Islam says the nakedness of human being are sacred, and the husband's own two sisters will be seeing their nakedness. Talk of exposing other person's nakedness for your own sake, except for education, for anything, for everything. So it's not permissible for them to go into this to stimulate outside. Oh, this is why we do our own. This we have to do. This we have to watch it. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Like I've said. So it does not really mean that because you love your wife, you must be exposing, him. Sometimes it's not caring. When you share a lot of information about your wife, it does not mean that you care for him. You are only exposing him or her. So you don't do that. Allahu alam.
Now, Jazakumullahu khairan. Sheikh Dawood Adelakun for at this point we'll have to draw the curtain of this show for today. Then we meet by next week Sunday.
I hope Aloka will be around, inshallah. Then we'll be able to continue where we start from, inshallah. Ọkọ àti ìyàwó àbí àgbèrè tó le púpọ̀ ni tàdé láti mójútó. Ìdí tá a ti ń fẹ́ ìyàwó náà ni kó má bàa sí àgbèrè ṣíṣe. Kò sí tó wọ́n lára obìnrin míì tí ìyàwó rẹ̀ ò ní. Kò sí tó wọ́n lára ọkùnrin míì tí ọkọ rẹ̀ ò ní. Tí ò bá tí ì ṣe dáadáa tó bó ṣe fẹ́ ni òun náà di àbámọ̀ ló máa ń sábà gbẹ̀yìn gbogbo ẹ̀. So kí ẹ̀ má rí ní gbègbè ẹ̀. So lágbára Ọlọ́run tó bá tó lọ sí tó ń bọ̀ concluding part eléyìí náà á tún wá ṣe àwọn tá a máa consider kó tó di pé nígbà tá a mọ̀ tán ṣé ká kọ́ra wa ni ẹ̀ka jọ máa gbé pọ̀ àmọ́ òkè la máa wò ṣé ká kọ́ra wa ni ṣé ká má kọ́ra wa ni ó ṣe pàtàkì láti wo eléyìí kí ẹ̀ ń rò dáa kó tó wọnú ẹ̀ kó tó ṣe tó bá ti ṣe tán àbámọ̀ ló máa ń dà so kó má dùn àbálàbámọ̀ yìí àwọn tá a máa rò kó tó di pé I take this.
gangan àmọ́ fáwọn tí wúwẹ̀ bá ti ṣẹlẹ̀ sí àbáwọn tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ sí lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ kí Ọlọ́run bá Allah kó má ṣàbà tó ilé ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wa títí ọ̀sẹ̀ tó ń